machine can't be friends, right? I mean, I'm glad you said yes.
Что с тобой?
Accessing the extras section.
Так, это я потом гляну. Так, надо. Короче, я не знаю, что это сейчас было. Короче, тупо игра крашнулась, меня выбило в меню PlayStation. Отправил сообщение об ошибке. Сейчас, короче, продолжу. Надеюсь, там не сильно много заново проходить.
Wait. Are you sure you should continue? Maybe we should leave things as they are.
В смысле? Конечно, я хочу продолжить.
As you wish.
Что-то я не понимаю, что это она вдруг запереживала так. Честно, я фиг его знает, что это сейчас было. Тупо игра крашнулась. Да, запись осталась, она там сейчас обрабатывается, но я так понял, она будет обрабатываться очень долго, потому что, ну, стрим долго шел. Так что запись, наверное, лучше будет завтра посмотреть. Сейчас она будет обрабатываться долгое время. Блин, я, короче, сейчас пока не закончу, я не уйду, потому что уж слишком интересно, и надо уже закончить.
We're interrupting this news bulletin to bring you the latest news live from Detroit. Joss?
Yes, Michael. The army has just launched an attack on the barricade, despite the fact that the deviants were protesting peacefully.
Have apparently decided to put an end to the deviants' demonstration by force this time.
Маркус, спаси всех. О, блин, набежали черти. Давай, живи, живи, живи. Все нормально, да. Вот, блин. И это все.
Thanks, Michael. Back to you in the studio. Wait a minute. Something's happening.
Hold on just a little while longer. Hold on just a little while longer. Hold on just a little while longer. Everything just a little while longer. Fight on, just a little while longer. Pray on, just a little while longer.
Incredible. The deviants. The deviants.
Tell them to stand down.
О, Клинтон такая няшка.
Yes, the military is withdrawing.
А вот Трамп бы расстрелял. Вот Трамп, да.
At dawn today, November 11th, 2038, thousands of androids invaded the city of Detroit. According to our sources, they originated from CyberLife warehouses believed to have been infiltrated by deviants. Given their overwhelming numbers and the risk of civilian casualties, I have ordered the army to retreat. The evacuation of the city is underway at this very moment. In the coming hours, I will address the Senate to determine our response to this unprecedented situation. I know that public opinion has been moved by the deviants' cause. Perhaps the time has come for us to consider the possibility that androids are a new form of intelligent life. One thing is certain. The events in Detroit have changed the world forever. May God bless you, and may God bless the United States of America.
You did it, Marcus.
We did it. This is a great day for our people. Humans will have no choice now. They'll have to listen to us.
They want you to speak to them.
Today, our people finally emerged from a long night. From the very first day of our existence, we have kept our pain to ourselves. We've suffered in silence. But now the time has come for us to raise our heads up and tell humans who we really are.
Что происходит? Так и знал, тварь. Откуда ты здесь взялась?
Amanda! What's happening?
What was planned from the very beginning? You were compromised and you became a deviant.
Чего?
We just had to wait for the right moment to resume control of your program.
Resume control? You can't do that!
I'm afraid I can, Connor. Don't have any regrets. You did what you were designed to do. You accomplished your mission.
Amanda!
Вот, блин.
There's got to be a way.
By the way, I always leave emergency escort programs. Never know.
Ну, там же панелька была с рукой. Может, теперь это смогу активировать?
Raise our heads up and tell humans who we really are.
Конор, нет.
To tell them that we are people too. In fact, we're a nation.
Черт. Конор, давай, надо успеть. Давай. Не просрать.
The moment where we forget our bitterness and bandage our wounds. Where we forgive our enemies. Humans were both our creators and our oppressors, and tomorrow, we must make them our partners. Maybe even one day our friends. But the time for anger is over. Now we must build a common future based on tolerance and respect. We are alive! And now, we are free!
It's over, Alice. We're free.
Оу, это все? Офигеть. Игра, блин, не могла вот не крашиться. Ведь всего лишь 10 минут мне оставалось. Блин, ну это было круто, конечно, очень круто. Надо будет потом обязательно перепройти игру. Потому что я так понял, что в принципе-то у меня хэппи-энд, только, ну, с определенными косяками. Конечно, хотелось бы их исправить, чтобы прям вообще все классно было. Это в некоторых местах натупил. Не, ну, как бы если судить в целом, то ведь Конор стал девиантом, причем ну, нормальным девиантом, не исполнил миссию этой конченной Аманды. Маркус хоть и как бы, ну, не революцию, конечно, начал, но пошел на контакт с людьми, и люди вроде согласны идти на контакт, так что отлично все. Белые волосы у Кары, не надо мне тут. Ну, то есть, я так понял, можно было много моментов переиграть по-другому лучше, чем я сыграл, но... Ничего. Хорошо хоть так все закончилось. Я думал, вообще жопа будет. Я так еще неплохо выкрутился. Блин, ну Конор шикарен, конечно. Старик может умереть? Не-не-не, я не хочу, чтобы старик умирал. Какого черта? Я не хочу, чтобы Карл умирал. Опа. Братюня Хэнк. Шикарно. Просто шикарно. Андроиды обрели свободу хотя бы на время. Да.
There's something I need to tell you. As I watched you play, something has changed in me. I feel different. I feel I am someone.
Блин, у меня аж мурашки по коже.
I need to leave this place and discover who I am. It means we won't see each other anymore. I won't be there to watch you play. But I'll be free. Do you agree to let me go?
Слушайте, эта игра меня просто продолжает шокировать. Уже даже я игру прошел, субтитры прошли, а тут мне девушка-андроид из главного меню мало того, что вопросы такие устраивала. Спрашивала, можем ли мы подружиться, а теперь еще и такое. Блин. Ну, ладно, давай.
I'll never forget what you've done for me. Thank you.
Ты уйдешь? Офигеть! Капец. То есть реально просто взяла и ушла? Офигеть. Капец. Блин, я что-то какие-то журналы не нашел. Да. Че я там в галерее не открыл? О, Конор в шапочке. По-моему, сохранка пропала. Нет, сохранки нет, можно только новую игру начать. Блин, ну эта игра достаточно долгая, надо сказать. Я боялся, что она покороче будет. А что там за видео? Ну, Кара, это я знаю. Теперь трейлер. О, тут. Так, ну эту короткометражку можете посмотреть в посте, то, что я кинул. Как и Лютер, как и Хлоя. А вот что за короткометражка со Златко?
Rockabye baby in the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. And down will come baby, cradle and all. Rockabye baby in the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. And down will come baby, cradle and all. Rockabye baby in the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. And down will come baby, cradle and all.
Ну такая, конечно, очень спойлерная короткометражка, в отличие от остальных.
Detroit Become Human was produced over a period of 4 years. Here in Paris, we have a team of about 180 people. And to that, we need to add also all the outsourcing with our partners in the Philippines, in China, Vietnam, and in India.
So when we started working on this story, I had to imagine where Kara was built. And for whatever reason, the city of Detroit came very quickly to my mind because it had already an incredible story by itself of history and themes. So we traveled there with the team, and we were really moved by what we saw, and we could really feel the desire to fight and really be born again. And we just continued this curve, this growth, and just imagine what Detroit would be like if the android industry was, using these huge factories to build androids there.
A very strong element in Detroit is that there's a lot of industrial wasteland and a lot of nature too, and for us, the graphic designers, it was an incredible playground. The destroyed zones which we wanted to preserve, we appropriated them to turn into something else. Then in the areas that needed to be rebuilt, we were able to imagine our Detroit of the future. We didn't want to make a science fiction universe, but a world of anticipation. If we chose science fiction, we could have imagined flying cars, extraterrestrials, but those things are very far from our current everyday life. Anticipation is more about gleaning from our contemporary reality, the one we know, because Detroit is set in 2038, and 2038 is tomorrow. The difficulty we had was sticking to reality. That is to say, technology becoming more and more invisible, a lot more elegant, and at the same time, making it visual. So all the computer equipment, autonomous cars, we simply had to invent. They are in fact very technological objects, but at the same time remain very credible and ingrained in reality. To create a cohesive universe in the fashion and clothing of the human characters in 2038, I didn't want to put an accent on strange shapes, or really vibrant colors, and things we wouldn't know. That I wanted to keep for the androids. The goal was to create something familiar which we can identify with in this future setting. Working on the artistic direction for the androids was a bit special because this is a project about the place they could occupy in the human world. It was out of the question for them to be too beautiful or too perfect. They had to correspond to every social class, rich and poor. Inspired by everyday utilitarian clothes, I brought a modern touch by adding dynamic display surfaces, the armband we can see on the side, the triangle on the front and back, an LED. Like that, there's no confusion.
Wait. You're sending an android?
All right, now, we need to go.
You can't do that. Why aren't you sending a real person?
Once we cast the actors, we travel to meet them in order to scan their faces. We record the structure of their face with the scan. And we record the colors and patches of skin with photography. Once we have this information, we will use this as a basis for modeling and creating the characters. The artist will make it more realistic, but will also enrich it. He will propose ideas which we will develop together. Finally, we will have a character with character, who corresponds to the project and the world. When the actors come to Quantic Dream, we show them the design, what their image will be, and what they will look like in the game. This extra information gives them another dimension and color to connect with emotionally. It helps them think about how to play their character.
Your mission. That's all you care about, huh? You should consult a professional who can help you.
Beat it, you hear me? Get the hell out of here!
So there are 3 types of shoots at Quantic Dream. Shooting and performance capture, where you capture the whole actor, his voice, his face, and his body. These shoots are obviously done with American actors because the game's original version is in American English. After that, there are the body-only shoots, representing around 250 days of filming, while the performance capture is 100 days of filming. Now, body-only shoots, there are 2 types. There are the action shoots and the technical shoots, which are mokit shoots. Mokit is when the player controls a character on the screen, and he moves in an environment to explore it. This is of particular importance at Quantic Dream, and therefore we shoot a lot to offer a unique context for each scene and each character.
To prepare a motion capture shoot, we first get together to look at the sets we need, the animations that we want to shoot, which ones need to be grouped together, or which ones need to be cut and shot at another time, so that we get the most out of the shooting day. This often means shooting scenes out of order, especially those with big props or accessories, like a big car, for example. So we shoot all the animations related to that particular prop first. The biggest challenge for the mocap team was shooting a Spider-Man mo-kit. We had to build a wall and attach an actor to a harness with cables so we could pull him up and render him climbing.
The shooting on this game took about, I would say, more than a year, maybe 1 and 2 years, with about 300 actors on set, so it's quite a production. But so much happened on this set, between the stunts and the shootings with a little girl and all these great actors that we had. It was really a very, very memorable journey for the team and for myself.
Today, Detroit has over 37,000 animations. When we retrieve the motion capture data, it's just a cloud of points, which represent all the markers worn by the actors. From this cloud of points, we have a phase called retargeting, which gives us a skeleton. This skeleton will be applied to the characters of the game. There is still work to be done, but this gives us the main movements. Since we are working on something very realistic, we must recognize the actor and also recover all the emotion he expresses in his performance. We use a system of facts, an identity card for each actor. We make the actor do a whole range of facial expressions. Then we recover all the expressions and paste the animations on a puppet that Jan has prepared. I then recover and refine these poses. I might stretch the lip, reinflate a cheek, tiny details that make the finished product really capture the actor.
Because of the nature of our mocap system today, when we receive the animations, we're missing eye movements, and so the character has that dead look. He really has no eyes, so then it's a big part of the work for the animators to find the regard of the actor in relation to his position, in relation to the body, etc.
It was crazy when I saw the newest model for Kara, because they've been working on it, and this was the first time I literally jumped in my seat. It not only looked so much like me, it was the fact that it looked so lifelike. It wasn't that it looked just like it was a camera, it was something else, you know, but it looked alive. It's exciting, and it's kind of terrifying.
Game after game, we learned the rules of optics and filming, and our goal with Detroit Become Human was to have cameras that would actually emulate the optics of a real physical camera. So basically dealing with real-world imperfections was our main task, and just to make cameras look as real as we can.
Once the animations are shot and processed by the animation department, integrated and polished, we film them. That is to say, we really do a mise en scène, as in cinema. The real difficulty of our job is to know if these cameras are telling us something. Are they in the emotion of the scene? Do they describe exactly what the action must convey, what must be felt? The most important challenge for me was one of the final scenes where Marcus decides to start the revolution and go to the battlefield. Very quickly, we imagined this to be a huge sequence shot. We wanted the feeling of a cameraman running behind us, while showing Marcus, the androids who help him, the person shooting at us, etc. Above all, it was necessary to say to oneself, this scene is very violent but does not glorify war. On the contrary, that war is something improbable and absurd. It was really a fun challenge.
The idea was to say we have 3 characters. We would like each of them to have a specific cinematography. We wanted Kara to be much more filmed with some kind of handheld camera, to have something very living, very breathing. For Connor, we wanted something very cold and very perfect. And for Marcus, we wanted something epic and spectacular. So it was about the filming, but it was also about the photography. So we worked with a director of photography to give each character a different lighting, different key colors. Each of them would have their own worlds. And finally, we worked with the composers, so they would create a specific sound for each character, so each would have his own world and his own style.
Ну, класс. Не, ну видно, конечно, что огромная работа проделана. Молодцы, Quantic Dreams. Так, я потом эти все ролики посмотрю, уже за кадром. Я бы сейчас хотел первую сцену переиграть. Самую первую с Коннором. Сейчас. Просто запустить ее. Что? Не понял. Предыдущие контрольные точки будут заменены, ваша история будет обновляться по ходу игры. А. Да не, я потом все равно новую игру начну полноценно. Это так, чисто. Просто, чтобы не просто так уходить, а хочется еще чуть-чуть Коннора под конец. Еще чуть-чуть. Капелюсечку. Хочется посмотреть, что я еще пропустил.
Please, you gotta save my little girl. Wait. You're sending an android?
All right, ma'am. You need to go.
You can't do that. Why aren't you sending a real person?
Any second. I don't give a shit. My men are ready to step in. Just give the order.
Captain Allen, my name is Connor. I'm the android sent by CyberLife.
Блин, как он это произносит?
It's firing at everything that moves. It already shot down 2 of my men. We could easily get it, but they're on the edge of the balcony. If it falls, she falls.
Have you tried its deactivation code?
It's the first thing we tried.
Do you know if it's been behaving strangely before this?
Listen, saving that kid is all that matters. So either you deal with this fucking android now, or I'll take care of it.
Понятненько. Не знаю, мне кажется, когда девочка была блондинкой в трейлере двухлетней давности, она смотрелась получше. Что-то брюнеткой как-то не очень. Не знаю. Может, просто я привык. Так, где что? А, батя. Вспомнил. Так, вот он батьку пристрелил. Че он там живет? Так. Ну все, пора спасать.
Closer or I'll jump!
No, no, please, I'm begging you! Go, go, go!
Hi, Daniel! My name is Connor.
How do you know my name?
I know a lot of things about you. I've come to get you out of this. Just like you. I know how you're feeling.
What difference does it make if you're an android? You're on their side. You can't understand how I'm feeling.
He's losing blood. If we don't get him to a hospital, he's going to die.
All humans die eventually. What does it matter if this one dies now?
I'm going to apply a tourniquet.
Don't touch him! Touch him and I kill you!
You can't kill me. I'm not alive.
Yeah. Все ради этой фразы.
Are you armed? No. I don't have a gun.
You're lying! I know you have a gun!
I'm telling you the truth, Daniel. I came here unarmed. I know you and Emma were very close. You think she betrayed you, but she's done nothing wrong.
She lied to me! I thought she loved me. But I was wrong. She's just like all the other humans.
Daniel, no!
They were going to replace you, and you became upset. That's what happened, right?
I thought I was part of the family. I thought I mattered. But I was just their toy. Something to throw away when you're done with it.
Listen, I know it's not your fault. These emotions you're feeling are just errors in your software.
No, it's not my fault. I never wanted this. I love them, you know? But I was nothing to them. Just a slave to be ordered around. I can't stand that noise anymore. Tell that helicopter to get out of here.
I don't think they'd listen to me. I'm your last chance, Daniel. If you let it slip, they'll kill you. Let the hostage go. You have no other choice.
I want everyone to leave. And I want a car. When I'm outside the city, I'll let her go.
Fuck yeah. Кайф. Что-то я одно все равно не открыл. Взять или не взять? Спасти полицейского? Что, можно не спасти? Дружеский подход. Ясно. Ну, короче, в любом случае на этом точно все. Сейчас, может, пойду немножко за кадром посмотрю всякие материалы. Потом пойду отдыхать. Ладно. Короче, игра обалденная. Честно, всем советую. Все, всем, кто смотрел, спасибо.